To create this GTA sliding motion graphics in Canva. Let's go. The first thing you have to do is click on presentation. So once it's load, the next thing you're going to do is going to click on elements. Then under elements, we are going to select frames. So now in frames, we are going to select image, this first image here. You can see more options here. So I'm going to select this and I'm going to drop it. So I'm going to shrink it a little bit. Then I'm going to divide it into 4 places. 1, 3, 4. So once I divide it into 4 places, I'm going to select everything, then bring it here. Then I'm going to expand it here. Then I'm going to drag it to the very bottom. So the next thing I'm going to do is that I'm going to add the images that I want. So I'm going to go to my uploads. To upload, all you just have to do is click on upload file here, and you can pick the file from wherever it is in your laptop. But for this, I've already uploaded them. So all I just need to do is just drag and drop. You might be asking, what's the difference between image, frame, or shape? Shape, you can't drop images like this. So but with this, we're able to drop images. So if your picture is not set, you double tap and reposition it here. So I'm going to do this for the rest. I'm going to copy, drop, tap, then reposition for the second one as well. Double tap, reposition, then the last one, tap, then reposition. So now I have everything positioned the way I want them. So because of, if I add text now, it doesn't look very well. So I'm going to put a shadow. In order to do that, you click on here. I'm going to go back. We're going to go back again. Then I am going to search gradient. Then it's going to transparent gradient. Then it's going to give you a list of things here. So you're going to select this. So if you can actually find the person, so this is the person that if you can search by person, because there are lots of gradient that did not really work for me. So you can use this. Then you're going to paste it in the design. Then you're going to position it and arrange it properly to suit. So once you have a good posture, you can now duplicate for the rest. So now I can now add my text. To add text, we come down here, then we click on our header because we're going to add the header text first. Then if we come to our design, to make it very fast, we are going to pick the size. Then we're going to paste the size here. Then we are going to change the font size to this. So I'm going to align it here. You can't see it because of it is black. So how do I change the color? I click on this, then I select this. As you can see, the color change. So this is your header. Then the body, all I just need to do is come here, come down here, paste it. Then also I'm going to change the color, right? Then I'm also going to check the size. I think it's, yes, 12. Then I would click on this and change it to 12. So this is how, and I'm going to drag it to this place here. So now this is where you can now add your text. So take for example, now I added this, pasted. Then you can align it however you want. You align it left align, same thing I'm going to do to this. Then you align it here. You can adjust, you can select the two by holding shift and selecting the other one, then adjust and make sure it's centralized, so at least we are able to read the text. So we can do this for the rest. So as you can see, you can put in the name of the character. Let's say player 1. You can actually edit it. So I'm going to autofill the remaining ones here because we already know how to create one. All we just have to do is select this and duplicate to the other person. So the next thing we are going to do is that we're going to group them together. So you select it very well. Now we've grouped everything together. The next thing that we're going to bring in is we're going to bring in a new element, and that element is going to be another shape. So we're going to come here and we're going to drag this, since we have it on our recent, and put it at the top. So we're going to resize it and we're going to add this to it, add this here. So we are going to now add another set of images that we've uploaded to it. So this is the images here. All this can be taken from GTA's website. So you select this and paste it on top. In order to make it that the text is readable, that's something like this, right? So we have to reduce the tone of the text or reduce it. So we're going to click on edit, and we're going to go to filters, and on filter we're going to come down. When we select mono, we are going to come down a little bit and reduce this intensity to 50. So once this intensity is reduced to 50, the next thing we are going to do is we are going to copy text here. So we're going to copy this text. You select here and copy. So you can place it anywhere. So take for example, now if I place it here, you can see it on top of here. The most important thing to make sure it is not group. If it's not group, it's not going to move. So once we place it here, we're going to tilt it at 90 degrees. So once it's at 90 degrees, we're going to increase the size to 142. So once we increase it to 142, we're going to increase it like this and increase this here. There's a reason why we're increasing this here. I would show you later. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to edit it to have the original text. So once this is done, we are going to add this GTA 5. So if you notice, anytime I drag it around, it is entering the image, right? It's going to want to replace it. So one of the best thing we did is, if you notice, this text here is overlapping, meaning if it's put on top here, it will be on top of the text and not on the background. So that is why we extended it. So if you are wondering why yours may not be working the way it should, so we are going to have this here, right? So once we position this, we have this, and we are going to group them together. So in order to select this, if you notice, I can't select it directly. So one of the best ways to go to position, then I'm going to select this, then I'm going to select this one as well, and I'm going to select this background. So these three, and I'm going to group them together. So once I group them, I can now duplicate, do the same thing all over again. I'm going to take the next one, drop it here, as you can see automatically. Then all I just need to do is replace the name. So I'll do the same thing here again. So you hold shift, alternate and shift together so that it aligns very well. Then I'm going to pick this as well, add it here. It's the other one that came first before this. Add it here, pick the name as well, paste. We're going to do the duplicating again for this. So once you paste it, right, you have to tap to make sure you are carrying everything. Then you copy and paste. So we are going to do this here as well, paste. So now once we have this, we make sure they are all grouped together. So once we are done with this, all we just have to do is come here and click on duplicate. So now once we've duplicated, we will now take the very first one and hold shift and drag it to the very extreme, to the very best way you want it to be. So this is what I am going to do here. Then I am going to duplicate this again. You can use Ctrl D to do it as well. So I'll select this, and I'm going to, so you have to first of all get the first one right, so that you would have to use the same settings for everything, or the same positioning for everything. So I'm going to duplicate again, then drag it up. Then I'm going to duplicate again. Then I'm going to select this and drag it up as well. So the next thing I'm going to do now is that I'm going to select the middle of this place, then click on this. And as you can see, the effect is there. So once I select it, I'm going to select 1.4. You can adjust it and test it to your own feel. Then once I do that, I am going to click on apply to all pages. So as you can see, it applied to all pages, right? Then if you click on present, if you click to the very first place and you click on here, 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 you could see that it is doing exactly as you want it to be. But if you notice in mine, there is an extra step. There is this middle one that is here that we added as a flow. So it gives this introductory stuff. For what we do is we come here and we are going to click on duplicate. So once you duplicate, we're going to come here, click on this, then we're going to click on flow. You're not going to apply it to any other place, and this is how it's going to look like. So when you go back to present, make sure you're selecting this present. You come here and click this first one. You could see that it slides. The second one, third, fourth, and fifth. So this is how you create a GTA sliding animation in Canva.